The story begins with actress Jenna Gennaro crying out in pain. She's on the phone with someone, desperately saying, "I can't tell anyone." Strange, large, black bumps have appeared on her leg, and she's trying to cut them off herself. Suddenly, her dog starts barking. It seems like someone has broken into her house. A mysterious man kills Jenna. Soon after, news reports start circulating about her disappearance. The scene shifts to another actress, Samantha Lake, who is meeting a director for a new role. The other participants at the audition are much younger and fitter than her. Samantha runs into a girl named Chloe. She's also there to audition. 10 years ago, Samantha used to babysit Chloe. Samantha goes inside, thinking she's just meeting the director, but he isn't there. The people conducting the audition ask her to audition like everyone else. Afterward, Samantha returns home. She has psoriasis and takes medication for it. Sitting in the bathtub, she starts crying. She had secretly recorded the audition panel's conversation, where they said Samantha was 40 years old and that the studio wouldn't sign her. That's exactly what happens. She doesn't get the role. Instead, they advise her to lose weight and try some of the treatment options available on the market. The Shell Clinic is very popular for these kinds of treatments. As she leaves, Samantha notices advertisement boards for the Shell Clinic. Later, she asks her friend Lydia about it. Lydia has also heard about the clinic's treatments. Later, Samantha goes on a date. The guy recognizes her, saying, "I've seen you somewhere before." Samantha used to be part of a popular TV show, but when he finds out which one, he says, "Yeah, that was a bad show." In the taxi, as they get closer, the guy touches her and notices her psoriasis. The moment he realizes it, he bails. When she gets home, Samantha watches an interview with Zoe Shannon, the CEO of Shell. She's 68 years old but looks incredibly young. The very next day, Samantha visits the Shell Clinic. As soon as she arrives, they have her sign an NDA. The co-founder, Dr. Thaddeus Brand, explains that there are many organisms on Earth that don't age, like jellyfish and lobsters, because they have a special enzyme. He claims to have created a genetically altered version of this enzyme for human cells. It can eliminate the signs of aging. But as Samantha heads in for treatment, she spots Chloe. She decides to leave the clinic, but a doctor named Hubert stops her, asking why she doesn't want to proceed. Samantha finds the whole situation spooky. Dr. Hubert shows her photos of one of their burn patients whose face healed completely after treatment. He says our treatment heals skin remarkably well. It will also cure your psoriasis. Samantha asks, "Is it dangerous?" Hubert replies, "It's a surgery. There are bound to be some risks, but it's completely painless." He adds that if Samantha stays consistent with the treatment for the next 20 years, she won't look a day older than she does now. Samantha agrees. She runs into Chloe again. Chloe got the movie role from the earlier audition, but she says she can't do it because she's about to get the role of Catwoman. Samantha is nervous about her treatment. Chloe reminds her, "When I was a kid, you took me to swimming classes. I was nervous, but you told me, maybe you're not as scared as you think." She says that line still helps her today, and now she passes it back to Samantha. Samantha goes through with the treatment. Different types of laser procedures are performed on her. Afterward, the doctor says everything went great, and her psoriasis has cleared up. She's free to go. Samantha is thrilled with the results and feels more confident. She receives an invitation to Zoe Shannon's Christmas party. She works out harder than ever at the gym. In the evening, she arrives at the party. Watching Zoe from across the room, Samantha catches her attention. Zoe approaches her, saying she wanted to meet her at the clinic. She tells Samantha that when her mom was sick, they used to watch her show together, and she still looks exactly the same. Zoe mentions that the treatment even increases height slightly, which surprises Samantha. During dinner, Zoe gives Samantha a lot of attention. When Samantha eats the food, she realizes it's made from Zoe's old skin. Zoe says it's very protein-rich. Samantha reluctantly continues eating. After dinner, she wanders around Zoe's house and hears noises coming from one of the rooms. Zoe catches her peeking. Samantha says she should go because she has to feed her cat, but Zoe doesn't let her leave. She says, "I remember the first month of the treatment. It was the most fun I ever had. Don't you feel that way?" Samantha says she does, but admits she feels out of place. She's always the girl with a run in her tights or food in her teeth. Zoe looks at her and says, "I don't see any food in them. You need to get out of your head, Samantha." Zoe tells her to stay in a room alone and have fun. 3 months later, Samantha looks even more beautiful and confident. She keeps hanging out with Zoe, and they become good friends. Zoe praises her and even shares a secret. "My real last name isn't Shannon, it's Zilt." Samantha laughs and says her name isn't real either. One day, Lydia notices a small black bump on Samantha's neck. Dr. Hubert removes it and says he'll get it checked, but there's nothing to worry about. He gives Samantha some medication and his number in case she needs anything. But as she leaves, someone starts following her. When she gets home, 2 police officers show up. They ask about Chloe. She's missing. They tell Samantha that Chloe's family mentioned they had recently reconnected. The police ask Samantha to inform them if Chloe calls. Samantha tells Zoe about it, who says, "Maybe they're not even real cops. They could be my competitors trying to scare my clients." Samantha insists, "Please find out if Chloe is okay. It would make me feel better." Zoe agrees. Soon after, Samantha notices a black bump on her wrist. While showering, she sees more bumps on her back. She hears something break in her house and discovers spilled wine. But it's just her cat. Suddenly, her phone rings. It's Chloe, saying, "There's something wrong with me, and they're always watching." The next day, Samantha's itching worsens. The black bumps spread to her legs. During a performance, she vomits black liquid all over her co-actor and accidentally covers a journalist in it too. In shock, she sits in her vanity room. Zoe arrives. Samantha shows her the bumps, and Zoe says, "We'll take care of that." Zoe takes Samantha to her apartment and reveals that Hubert has been fired. Samantha asks about Chloe, and Zoe says she moved to Paris. When Zoe leaves, Samantha sneaks into the bathroom and calls the police officers. When she comes out, Zoe asks who she called. Samantha denies making any calls. Zoe demands to check her phone. Samantha says she wants to go to the hospital. "Why do you want to keep me here?" she asks. Zoe replies, "You need someone you trust." But Samantha doesn't trust anyone anymore. Zoe says, "You're not thinking about me at all. If you go out like this, what will happen to my stock prices and brand?" Samantha throws tea in Zoe's face and leaves. Her friend Lydia helps her escape. Samantha tells Lydia to stay in the car while she goes to meet the 2 police officers. But it becomes clear they also work for Zoe. They say, "We can take you to a safe place and fix you. That's why we were looking for Chloe too." Just then, Zoe's driver arrives. Samantha excuses herself to the bathroom and escapes through the window. The police chase her, but she gets away in a taxi. The automated taxi only drives at 25 miles per hour, so the police try to overtake her, but they crash into a truck, allowing Samantha to reroute and escape. She goes straight to Dr. Hubert and shows him the black bumps. The doctor says, "We don't have much time. We need to go to the clinic." Samantha insists, "Do it here." Hubert gives her painkillers, prepares a chemical solution in the bathtub, and puts a breathing mask on her. As Samantha lies in the solution, she writhes in pain. When she wakes up the next morning, all her bumps are gone. Hubert brings her breakfast. He apologizes to her, saying, quote, "There were a lot of things I didn't know about." But after Hubert leaves, Samantha notices a medication bottle with Chloe's name written on it. When she asks Hubert about it, he tells her that, like her, Chloe also came to him for help. And during that time, they started a relationship. Hubert says, "I still love her, even now, wherever she is." Samantha asks what happened and whether he did something to her. She realizes Chloe must be somewhere nearby and starts calling out to her. Hubert tries to stop Samantha, but she attacks him with a pocket knife. Chloe is locked in a room. Samantha is horrified when she catches a glimpse of her. When she returns, Hubert has been killed by someone from behind. Samantha is then kidnapped as well. When Samantha regains consciousness, the shell company's lawyer and Dr. Thaddeus Brand, the founder, are sitting in front of her. The lawyer tells her that Chloe is safe and that they're treating her. He reminds Samantha that the side effects were clearly mentioned in the NDA, but she doesn't care about that anymore. She vows to expose their company. Just then, Zoe arrives. She says, "Do what you have to do. But what will happen to you after that? Your career will be over. Your psoriasis will come back too." They offer Samantha company shares and free lifelong treatment in exchange for her silence. Zoe says, "Take the offer, Sam. You have a chance to be a strong woman achieving her full potential." But Samantha replies, "Why? Why do I have to care whether I look amazing or not?" She realizes that beauty isn't everything. People like Zoe make others believe that just to run their business. Samantha calls Zoe by her real name, Zoe Zilt, and rejects the offer. At this, Zoe orders Chloe to be brought in. Dr. Brand explains that in Chloe's case, the lobster enzymes overpowered her human cells. She has now completely transformed into a giant lobster. He says it's better for her to stay at the clinic. Chloe sees Samantha. Zoe assumes the glass enclosure won't break, but Chloe smashes through it and attacks. She kills both Dr. Brand and the lawyer. Samantha runs for her life as Zoe chases her. Samantha finds Lydia locked up nearby and frees her. Just then, Zoe's driver appears, but Chloe kills him instantly. Samantha and Lydia run as Zoe searches for them with an electric taser. Zoe shouts, "It was me who got you cast in that movie, because no one would ever hire you after the treatment." Just then, Samantha attacks Zoe from behind. At that moment, Chloe enters the scene, moving towards Samantha. Zoe hides inside a glass chamber to protect herself from Chloe, but Chloe activates the system. The lasers inside the chamber ignite, and Zoe screams Samantha's name as she burns alive. Zoe dies right there. After this, the scene shifts forward in time. Samantha is back to working as an actress. She exposed the shell company to the world. The company still continues to operate profitably, but now Samantha doesn't care about beauty standards anymore. Food still gets stuck in her teeth. And with that, friends, the story comes to an end right here. Let us know in the comments how you liked this explanation, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe.